There's your part number. Hopefully you can see that. It's a Moog K7411. I quit using Moog for the most part because of the boots. They're such a pain. You got to remove the boot, put it in, and put the boot back on. And I don't like them because they're just difficult to not. You got to be really careful. You can damage the boot. These have an integral boot. It's interior. It's inside, so you don't have to take it off of there. So I like these, and we're gonna see how they do. Okay. Now I do this in a couple steps because it's just the length of it is just a little bit too much initially to get the whole everything on there the way I want it. Let me take this out here and show you. Rather than just talk to you about it. I gotta find a plate. I put my plate down like an idiot. I'm probably looking right at it. No, it's right here. I put it right there in front of me so I wouldn't lose it, and I lost it. So what you have to do is you want to sit on this ledge of this, can't see here, of the ball joint. So you got to get a cup that fits that size. I don't have a very big set, but this one will work. It's just small enough or just big enough, however you want to look at it. I want to line this up first. Get it pretty straight. It's going to need to be pretty straight. A little more. A little more. Come on. Stop it. Alright. So, we're going to set that on there. Like that. We're going to put this on there. The stud will pass through it. Like that. And on top, the other plate's a little concave. So I can push up a little bit and at least get it even with the top of the arm here, control arm, and then I'll have to switch out. I'll have just enough room with another cup on top and a cup underneath to get this in there. But right now, it's too tight. I won't be able to do it. So this is how we start it. Obviously, I can't push it all the way in because it'll hit this at some point. But for now, it'll get me close. Alright, let's drive it in. Let's get it started. Stop. So that's up against the cup now probably, so I can't move it anymore. Let me back that off. This is the fun part because I know how this goes from doing the other side. It's just enough in here to get this thing together. I've got to go maybe 1/8 of an inch more to get this thing completely on there. So that's how it goes. Come on, sit on there. Get in here. What the heck? Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Get that in there. Just enough room in here. Now, this is my small cup. Come here. It's just big enough to go around it and let it go through it. It'll just go. It'll just work. So that's what I do. I kind of slide this in here. Just enough room to get it in. There we go. And then put my handle back on. And as I push this, I'm watching it move. believe it's all the way up. Let me look. I think it was enough, but I think a better master set of ball joint adapters is in order here. Let's see. Let's see how tight it is. Where's my light? That's all the way up. Let me see if that snapper will go in there. Looks like it's all the way up. Just enough. I didn't like the way it was mangled on this a little bit, but I guess it was good enough. Let's see. We'll know in a second if the snap ring goes in or it doesn't. Our tool management is terrible today. It's awful. I had to feel this might have to go a little bit more, but we'll see. That went in. That side went in. Now it's in. I always like to spin these a little bit just to make sure they're seated all the way. It's always a good idea. Don't just pop them in and that's good. No, we want to make sure that it's seated. It is. We're in. All right, put the Zerk fitting in it. Now, don't put the Zerk fitting facing out to the knuckle, because you'll never be able to grease the thing. You're going to put it where you can get at it. Pull the plug out here. Trash. Get in there. Come on, let go. Let go. All right. Where's my Zerk? I want to point that way so I can get at it with a grease gun, which I'm going to grease this right now before I forget. Yes, it does come with grease in it, but I like to put a little more because you never know how much is in there, especially with a boot that you can't take off. It's internal, so I'm just going to put a couple pumps in there and that's it, just to make sure. Can't see what you're looking at. Oh, you can see it. Anti-seize on splines. It's a little bit of a juggling act here. Just got to get the spindle in at the same time. Just lower. It's a little bit of a pain. Just gotta, there it goes. Come on. I thought I had it there for a second. There it is. So we got got the bottom just started. We'll get the spindle nut. We'll get this lined up. Looks like it is lined up, I believe. Got lined up, so it can't go anywhere. Try to keep my knee out of your way. Probably block the whole thing from you on that thing, but trying not to. Now we're going to line this up. There's an Allen hex in here for an Allen key if you need to use it, which you may. I already broke one on the other side. I think it's 6mm. But hopefully, sometimes you have to use it because it'll spin. As you're trying to tighten it, it'll spin this, and then you got to hold it and use it to tighten it up. Or sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. I don't know. We just kind of work with it and see what it does. Just line it up here. Come on. Started. I think that's 22. I need to get a 22 wobble socket as well because I don't have a 22 wobble. I have a 21, which doesn't help me. So this, trying to get this tight, it's spinning the stud, which is common because I can't get a gun on it. So what I'm going to do is I've got a pry bar in here. I'm going to press down against the top of that stud, try to hold it in place and try to turn it and see if I can get it to turn up there without spinning the stud, which I think it'll work. Okay, snugged up. That's the best way to do it. I didn't think of it at the beginning. Just, pry bar in there, push it down, push the ball joint down to wedge it into the knuckle, and then it won't spin on you. We're going to go down and do the lower now. Tie rod end, and then we'll torque all three. I'm not going to tell you the torque settings because depending on how you're set up, if you're 4x4, two-wheel drive, they're different. But they can be different. Look it up. Just look it up. It's ready available online. I was able to find it without any problem. So I'll run this in with a gun and then I'll torque it. Whoa. That's already run in. Torque it to put a cotter pin. We'll do the ball joint as well. Get that started in there. Run that up. Alright, let me torque these, get cotter pins, and this one doesn't have one. Just get a cotter pin in the ball joint, and then we'll continue on and do the brakes on this as well. So, but that's it. Torque these. Axle nut, I'm going to torque the axle nut when I put the rotor back on. Stick a screwdriver in there to hold it for me. Makes it a little easier. Hook my ABS line back up. And then that's pretty much it.